Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Ask Dr. Bo, the place where I answer your health-related questions 5 days a week. Today, I have an email from Sarah, and Sarah asked me this. Hey, Dr. Bo, been watching you for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to ask you a question. I have been experiencing some chronic low back pain for the past 2 years after delivering twins. Wow, Sarah. Well, first off, congratulations on the twins. What do you suggest that I do for it? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what happens when we have chronic low back pain, especially after delivery. So if you know of any mamas that are out there, they're gonna need to watch this. So make sure you tag them below in this video. But as you guys know, when we are pregnant, the body obviously is getting a lot bigger in preparation for delivery. And if you think about it, a baby has to go through a small little hole basically down the bottom side, right? So in able to achieve that, the body starts to release a hormone called relaxin. And what relaxin does is exactly what you're talking about. It actually relaxes a lot of the joints and ligaments in the body. Now, women typically have two areas where they feel a lot of this pain, especially during pregnancy. The first one is actually in the front of their pelvis, over their pubic bone. It's very common for them to say it feels like it's clicking or it's popping. And the second one is the experience of low back pain. Matter of fact, when people talk a lot about being in back labor, what that is that's actually when the SI joints are expanding during the beginning of labor, and that can obviously be very painful. Now, here's the thing. After baby is born, it actually takes some time before the relaxin turns off and the joints are able to start to close down and to tighten up. And that is where we see a lot of issues starting to develop with mommies after they give birth. So I suggest you do two things first off, Sarah. The first thing is that you want to look into something called a sacroiliac belt, an SI belt. And what this is, it's a little belt probably about this big, and it wraps around your pelvis right underneath your hips, and it helps to squeeze the pelvis together and take some pressure off of the sacroiliac joint. Now, if you're anything like my family and my wife, you probably love to carry those babies around on your hips, so your hips are jetted out even more, which is even causing worse issues to the SI joint. So I definitely suggest, number one, that you look into getting a sacroiliac belt. Matter of fact, a model by the name of Brooke Burke, if you guys know who she is, she's from Dancing with the Stars and a lot of other things. Every time she had a baby, she would wear that SI belt, who was actually prescribed by her chiropractor, for a period of 2 weeks, and then she actually turned it into her own product, which is pretty awesome. You know, her claim to fame was it helps shrink your hips back to pre-baby weight, and that's absolutely what it does, but really what it does is it helps to protect the SI joint and allow it to heal and give time to tighten back up. Now, Sarah, you're asking me this, which means that you are already, you know, given birth, so now what do you do? Well, first off, I definitely suggest that you get into that belt and wear it pretty much all the time for the first couple of weeks. And then also what we want to start doing is starting to strengthen up the SI joint. Now, when you think about how to strengthen up the SI joint, you have to think about the whole core all the way around. Very much so is after delivery, our core is weak. Of course it is. Why? We haven't done sit-ups, right? We've just worried about getting baby out, and a lot of times motherhood takes over there, so that decreases the amount of time that we have a chance to actually work out. So to start, I suggest you do two things. The first one is you want to start with some front planks, where literally you are laying on your belly, then you go up to your toes and on your elbows, and you hold your belly button in. I would say draw your belly button in for as fast as long as you can. 10, 15, 30 seconds. Maybe do a couple sets of 3 every single day for the next couple of weeks. And the second thing is that I want you to start doing some squats and holds. So go against a wall and actually put your feet apart and squat down and hold. Go, as you go down, hold and think about those SI joints in that low back tightening up a little bit. And what that will do is that will help to start to strengthen that. Now, I have lots of other exercises and things that I could give you, but why don't you please just start with those two things over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and that should definitely help it out. All right, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Sarah, thank you so much for the question. Like always, guys, if you guys have your questions, please send them in to me. Hit the like button, and also, if you love this, please share it with your friends. Have a good one, guys.